To watch these important lessons, subscribe to DP Education's YouTube channel right now. Click on the bell icon to stay updated on the latest lessons. Sri Lanka's largest free online school, DP Education.
Right, children. Now we are going to start the exercise in this chapter. So first we are going to do the exercise given in the textbook, then some extra questions too. So before you watch this, as I told you all before, answer all the questions by yourselves and then watch me explaining the answers, okay? Right. So exercise number 1. Select the correct answer. Which factors cause rock weathering from the following? What is the meaning of rock weathering? Breaking down of rock due to water, wind and heat and then formation of soil. Okay, there are 3 ways of rock weathering takes place. Mechanical weathering or physical weathering, chemical weathering and biological weathering. Here the answers given: physical factors, biological factors, chemical factors, all of the above. Physical factors, due to physical factors, physical weathering takes place. Due to biological factors, biological weathering takes place. Due to chemical factors, chemical weathering takes place. So the answer, all of the above. Right. Limestone is a type of a sedimentary rock, okay? Limestone is a mineral, an igneous rock, a sedimentary rock, a metamorphic rock. A sedimentary rock is the answer, okay? We'll move on to the next. Match A with B. Here A, rocks, igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks, metamorphic rocks, minerals. Right? When you consider rocks contain different types of substances, okay? And it does not have definite geometrical shape, okay? So here we'll see made with minerals and some other materials. Part of dead animals and plants also can be contained. Right? Made with minerals and some other materials, which means made with many materials. Therefore, rocks made with minerals and some other materials, part of dead animals and plants also can be contained. Right? Parts of dead animals or plants also can be contained in right here when you consider limestones made by sedimentation of animal skeleton and all, part of dead materials also can be seen. Not only that, children, fossils also can be seen. When animals and plant parts are buried and get sedimented or get layered up, then what happens, children? Dead animals and plant materials also can be seen. That is rocks. Right? Rocks go to here. And then igneous rocks. Igneous rocks are the type of rock that is formed by cooling down of lava. Okay? Has been changed from the original form. Made up with magma deep in the earth. Magma comes out as lava. Because of solidification of magma, what happens, children? Igneous rocks form. Sedimentary rocks, because of deposition of substances as layers, okay? So, sedimentary rocks made up with one material, minerals, okay? Made up by tightening the rock pieces due to weathering of igneous rocks. These tiny pieces go into another place and layered up, and then sedimentary rocks are formed, made up by tightening the rock pieces. Right? Metamorphic rocks has been changed from the original form. Either igneous or sedimentary rocks undergo changes and metamorphic rocks are formed. Therefore, it is this. Minerals, it is this, made up with one material. Rocks made by many materials, okay? Right. So, rocks made with minerals and some other materials, part of dead animals and plants can be contained. Igneous rocks made up with magma deep in the earth. Sedimentary rocks made up by tightening the rock pieces, right? Metamorphic rocks has been changed from the original form. And minerals made up with one material. Right, children? We'll move on to the next. State whether the following statements are true or false. Granite is a mineral. Granite is a type of a rock. Granite is a type of an igneous rock. Right, children? So this is wrong. That is wrong. And then fossils can be seen in sedimentary rocks. Even earlier I explained y'all, when these different types of rock pieces get layered up to form sedimentary rocks, sometimes buried plant and animal matter also can get layered up, right? So due to buried plant and animal matters layered up over a long period of time, over millions of years, fossils are formed, right? Therefore, fossils can be seen in sedimentary rocks. That is correct. Rocks are found near the Earth's crust. Yes, when you consider the Earth, 3 layers are there. The crust, the mantle and the core. The crust contains rocks, okay? Earth's crust, that is also correct. Granite is used to build stairs because granite not easily wear away. That is also correct. When you consider granite, it is a type of a igneous rock, right? Igneous rocks are very hard, okay? Therefore, granite is used to build stairs. That is correct. Extreme pressure and temperature cause the formation of metamorphic rocks, right? Extreme pressure and temperature. Due to extreme temperature and pressure, igneous and sedimentary rocks undergo changes and metamorphic rocks are formed, okay? So, extreme pressure and temperature cause the formation of metamorphic rocks. That is also correct. Right, children? So, we have completed the exercise given in the textbook. Now, we are going to do some extra questions. So, exercise number 1. Underline the most suitable answer. Not a characteristic of minerals. Not a characteristic of minerals. We will go through them. Presence of definite geometrical shapes. Presence of definite geometrical shapes is a characteristic of minerals. Right? Rocks don't have a definite geometrical shape, but minerals, yes. Okay? Therefore, this is a characteristic. Made up of one component, that is also a characteristic of minerals. Only rocks are made up of many components. Okay? This is also a characteristic. It is a mixture of several components. Now, minerals are made by only one component. What is this? A mixture of several components is the rocks. Okay? Exist in a crystalline form also correct for minerals. Therefore, not a characteristic is the third one. Right? It is a mixture of several components. Number 2. An example of rock is, there are different types of rocks we learned. Quartz. Quartz is a type of mineral. Dolomite. Dolomite is also a type of mineral. Granite. Granite is a type of igneous rock. Mica. Mica is also a mineral, okay? Granite is the answer. An example of rock, okay? Number 3. The type of rock formed due to the cooling down of lava. Which type of rocks are formed due to cooling down of lava, children? Igneous rocks, okay? Igneous, sedimentary, metamorphic rocks, gneiss rock. Gneiss rock is a type of metamorphic rock. Therefore, the answer is igneous rocks. Number 4. A type of metamorphic rock. Mudstone. Mudstone is a type of sedimentary rock. Marble. Marble is a type of metamorphic rock. When limestones undergo changes, marbles are formed, right? Siltstone is a type of sedimentary rock. Basalt. Basalt is a type of igneous rock. So the metamorphic rock here is marble. Number 5. The person in charge of checking the rocks and soil brought from the moon during the space voyages of Apollo who was that, children? Dr. Cyril Ponnamperuma. Okay. So Sir Arthur C. Clarke, Dr. Cyril Ponnamperuma, Dr. Sarath Gunapala, DJ Vimala Surendra. Answer is number 2. Dr. Cyril Ponnamperuma. Number 6. The mineral used in the pencil industry. So we discussed this many times. What is the mineral used in pencil industry? That is graphite. Okay. Mica, feldspar, granite, graphite. Graphite is the answer. 7. The incorrect statement about the rock cycle. The rock cycle explains how one form of rock changes to another form and all 3 types of rocks are formed. Okay. It takes millions of years for a rock cycle to get completed. This is correct. We are asked to underline the incorrect one. It is the process in which the three types of rocks are created. Right? The breaking down of rocks is called the rock cycle. Number 2, it is the process in which the three types of rocks are created. That is also correct. Okay? The breaking down of rocks is called the rock cycle. Is this true? The breaking down of rocks is called the weathering of rocks. Okay? It is a continuous process. Yes, this keeps on happening. Right? Breaking down of rocks is called the rock cycle. No, this is called rock weathering. Okay? Therefore, the incorrect statement is 3. 8. A gas that causes acid rain is. Acid rain is basically caused by sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxide gases. Okay? Oxygen, sulfur dioxide, hydrogen, none of the above. So, sulfur dioxide is the answer. Number 9. Ilmenite is used in. Now, ilmenite, do you remember I showed you all ilmenite in the lab, right? So, I showed you all the ilmenite present as a powder, a shiny black color powder, right? Ceramic industry, pencil industry, glass industry, paint industry. So, ilmenite is basically used in paint industry, children, right? In ceramic industry, most of the time, kaolin is used. Pencil industry, graphite. Glass industry, feldspar. Paint industry, ilmenite is used. Number 10. Mechanical rock weathering is caused due to mechanical rock weathering. Another name is physical rock weathering, due to environmental factors like heat, wind, and water. Okay? Water, wind, heat, all of the above. So all three are correct. Therefore, answer number 4. We'll move on to the next. Right. Exercise number 2. Fill in the blanks using the words given within brackets. Here within brackets, 2 words are given. You have to select the correct one. Okay. A is a solid made up of one component. Mineral or rock. Out of these two, minerals are made up of only one component. Okay. A mineral is a solid. Mineral. Number 2. The mineral that is named after a Sri Lankan scientist is ilmenite aconite. That would be aconite because it is named after the Sri Lankan scientist called FLD Ekanaika, right? So, aconite. Aconite. The major and primary phosphate mineral at Epavela. At Epavela, apatite is present, children. Magnetite, apatite. Answer apatite. Apatite is used in fertilizer production. Okay. Number 4. Is used for the ceramic industry. Basically, kaolin is used in ceramic industry. Kaolin, calcite. Answer kaolin. Number 5. Rocks get weathered. Weathering means breaking down, okay? Rocks get weathered physically, chemically when they react with acidic rainwater. Due to acidic rainwater, acid is a type of chemical. So what type of weathering takes place? What type of breaking down takes place? It is chemical weathering, right? So rocks get weathered chemically. Chemically. When they react with acidic rainwater, right? Number 6. Limestone, which is a sedimentary rock, undergoes metamorphism, and gneiss rock, marble, is formed. Gneiss rock is formed when granite undergoes changes. Gneiss rock and marble both are metamorphic rocks, right? Gneiss is formed when granite undergoes changes, but marble is formed due to limestone undergoing changes. Okay, so answer is marble. Number 7. Sulfur dioxide, hydrogen sulfide is a gas that causes acid rain. So out of these two gases, answer is sulfur dioxide. When sulfur dioxide dissolves in rainwater, it makes a certain form of sulfuric acid. Okay, therefore rain becomes acidic. So answer is sulfur dioxide. Sulfur dioxide. Number 8. Metamorphic and igneous rocks are subjected to extreme temperatures and turn into magma sedimentary rocks. So do you remember in the rock cycle we learned that when metamorphic and igneous rocks subjected to extreme temperatures, further temperatures are applied on metamorphic rocks specifically, they melt. So when the rocks melt, what is formed? Magma is formed. Molten rock is known as magma. Right. Number 9. Mica feldspar is used to make electric and electronic equipment. So that would be mica. Mica is used in these type of industries, okay? Mica. Number 10. Rocks and minerals are renewable, non-renewable resources. So to complete the rock cycle, how long will it take, children? About millions of years ago. So when you consider different types of resources, natural resources, based on the time period they take to form, there are two types of resources, renewable and non-renewable. Renewable resources are readily available, which means it won't take a long time to form. Right? But non-renewable energy sources takes over millions of years to form. Therefore, they are not readily available. Right? So, rocks and minerals are, as it takes a long time period to form, they are considered as non-renewable sources. Okay? Non-renewable. Non-renewable resources. Okay? Right. We'll go from the beginning. A mineral is a solid made up of one component. The mineral that is named after the Sri Lankan scientist is aconite. The major and primary phosphate mineral at Eppawala is apatite. Kaolin is used for the ceramic industry. Rocks get weathered chemically when they react with acidic rainwater. Limestone, which is a sedimentary rock, undergoes metamorphism and marble is formed. Sulfur dioxide is a gas that causes acid rain. Metamorphic and igneous rocks are subjected to extreme temperatures and turn into magma. Mica is used to make electrical and electronic equipment. Rocks and minerals are non-renewable. This should be renewable. Renewable. Rocks and minerals are non-renewable resources. Right, children? We'll move on to the next. Okay. Exercise number 3. Question number 1. Rocks can be divided into 3 categories according to the way they had been naturally formed on the earth. What are they now? This is very easy. What are they? Let's write. Igneous rocks. Igneous rocks. Sedimentary rocks. Sedimentary rocks. And metamorphic rocks. Metamorphic rocks. Okay? Igneous, sedimentary and metamorphic rocks are the 3 types of rocks. Complete the following table related to the types of rocks. Okay? So you have to write the type of the rock and then the way it forms and examples. Okay? Let's write this. So we'll first write igneous rocks. Igneous rocks. So how do they form, children? By cooling down of lava that comes out during volcanic eruptions. Okay? The way it forms, we'll write in short form. By cooling down of lava. Examples, we'll write 2 examples. Granite, basalt. Okay. Divide it. Okay, number 2, sedimentary rocks. Sedimentary rocks. Right. So how do these sedimentary rocks form? Due to sedimentation, deposition of small pieces of rocks broken during weathering of rocks and by layering them up. Okay, we will write by, divide this properly. By sedimentation of small pieces of rocks. Right, by sedimentation of small pieces of rocks, we'll write examples. We learn many. We'll write 2. Limestone, mudstone, okay, number 3, metamorphic rocks. Metamorphic rocks. Right, how do they form, children? So due to earthquakes, igneous and sedimentary rocks go deep inside the earth, and then what happens? Due to changes take place, due to pressure and temperature changes, these 2 forms change into a new form. Those are known as metamorphic rocks. We'll write in simple form. Due to the changes take place in igneous and sedimentary rocks. Sedimentary rocks. We'll write examples. Marble, gneiss, slate, also an example. So the type of rock, igneous rocks, the way it formed by cooling down of lava. Examples, granite, basalt. Type of rock, sedimentary rocks, the way it forms by sedimentation of small pieces of rock, so igneous rocks also correct. Examples, limestone and mudstone. Type of rock, metamorphic rocks, the way it forms due to the changes take place in igneous and sedimentary rocks. And examples, marble and gneiss. Okay, we'll move on to the next. Exercise number 4. Write the steps of the rock cycle. So what are the steps? We learn about 4 steps of the rock cycle. So I told you all, always start from one place. Whatever the place you start from, that doesn't matter because it is a cycle after all. Okay, so I will write it the same way I explained during the lesson. Write the steps of the rock cycle. So what is the step? I started it with igneous rocks, right? So the rock cycle means how all 3 rocks form from one another. Okay, so by changing different types of rock into another form, how different other types of rocks are formed is explained in rock cycle. So I will start it from igneous rocks first, right? So how igneous rocks are formed? By cooling down of lava during volcanic eruptions, right? Lava flows during volcanic eruptions cools and igneous rocks are formed. Igneous rocks are formed. Then what happens? During rock weathering, pieces of these igneous rocks break down and deposit in another place. This is known as sedimentation. Okay. And then what happens, children? Sedimentary rocks are formed, right? Number 2. Due to weathering and sedimentation. Sedimentation of igneous rocks. Igneous rocks. Sedimentary rocks are formed. Sedimentary rocks are formed. Right, children? Number 3. So then what happens? Sedimentary rocks, what happens? During earthquakes, sedimentary rocks go to deep down the earth, and then what happens? Because of high temperatures and pressures, metamorphic rocks form, right? During earthquakes, sedimentary rocks go deep down the earth. Deep down the earth, then changes to metamorphic rocks. Metamorphic rocks. Then what happens, children? These metamorphic rocks further changes. Not only metamorphic rocks, children, this can happen. Some of these igneous rocks present below the soil layer too. These igneous rocks and the metamorphic rocks subjected to extremely high temperatures present in the inner layers of the earth, and then they melt and turns into magma. Right? Number 4. Igneous and sedimentary. Sedimentary rocks are subjected to extreme temperatures. Extreme temperatures and turn into magma. Then this magma, again during volcanic eruptions, magma comes out as lava and then solidifies, cools down and solidifies, and igneous rocks are formed. So the cycle continues. So write the steps of the rock cycle. Lava flows during volcanic eruptions, cools, we will write lava that flows. Lava that flows during volcanic eruptions cools and igneous rocks are formed, right? Due to weathering and sedimentation of igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks are formed. During earthquakes, sedimentary rocks go deep down the earth and changes to metamorphic rocks. Igneous and sedimentary rocks, these should be metamorphic rocks. Igneous and metamorphic. Igneous and metamorphic rocks. Igneous and metamorphic rocks are subjected to extreme temperatures and turn into magma. Right? We'll move on to the next. Right. Exercise number 5. Briefly describe how igneous rocks form. Now even the previous table, we explained this. Right now here, we can write the explanation. How igneous rocks form? During volcanic eruptions, magma flows out as lava. Due to cooling down of this lava, what happens, children? Igneous rocks are formed, right? During volcanic eruptions, magma flows out as lava due to the cooling and solidifying of lava. Igneous rocks are formed. Right, children? During volcanic eruptions, magma flows out as lava. Due to the cooling and solidifying of lava, igneous rocks are formed, right? Write two examples of igneous rocks. We know now. Granite, basalt are examples of igneous rocks, okay? Next one. Briefly describe how sedimentary rocks form. So you all know that during weathering of rocks or breaking down of rocks, rock break into small pieces. This happens because of many factors, okay? Rocks break into small pieces and these small pieces of rock are carried away by water and wind and they get deposited in another place, okay? This is known as sedimentation. And then what happens? Because of the weight of the upper layers, the lower layers of these deposited rocks get pressed and tightens and another type of rock called sedimentary rocks formed, okay? Briefly describe how sedimentary rocks form. We will write. Rocks break down into small pieces during weathering. These pieces are carried away by water and wind and they get deposited at a different place. As layers. These layers and sedimentary rocks are formed. Or sedimentary rocks are formed due to tightening of these layers, right? Rocks break down into small pieces during weathering. These pieces are carried away by water and wind and they get deposited at a different place as layers. These layers get tightened and sedimentary rocks are formed, right? So write two examples of sedimentary rocks. Siltstone, sandstone, right? You can write other examples as well. Siltstone and sandstone are examples of sedimentary rocks, okay? Exercise 7. Briefly describe how metamorphic rocks form. Now we know this answer as well. So metamorphic rocks are formed due to igneous and sedimentary rocks subjected to changes, okay? So during earthquakes or many other reasons, what happens? Metamorphic sedimentary and igneous rocks might go deep down the earth and because of the temperature and pressure changes, they go through changes and metamorphic rocks are formed. We will write them. Due to earthquakes and other reasons. Igneous and sedimentary. Rocks deposit deep down the earth. These rocks are subjected to extreme pressure and temperatures. And change into metamorphic rocks. Metamorphic rocks. Due to earthquakes and other reasons, igneous and sedimentary rocks deposit deep down the earth. These rocks are subjected to extreme pressure and temperatures and change into metamorphic rocks. Next one, write 2 examples of metamorphic rocks. Let's write marble, slate, gneiss rocks, right? So these type of examples can be considered as the examples of metamorphic rocks, right? We'll move on to the next. Okay, exercise number 8, match A and B. So here some words are given in this B side. We have to match them with A. Number 1, limestone undergoes metamorphism. When limestone undergoes metamorphism, what is made, children? Marble. Let's check whether marble is here. Here we have marble, right? So let's match these 2, right? Granite undergoes metamorphism. When granite go through changes during metamorphism, what happens, children? Gneiss rocks formed, okay? Here, gneiss. Right, children? Skeletons of animals get subjected to pressure. What happens, children? Due to this pressing down of skeletons of animals, what happens, children? As it contains calcium, limestones are formed, okay? Skeletons of animals get subjected to pressure and forms what? Here, limestone. Number 4, breaking down of rocks on earth into pieces. What is this process called? This is known as weathering of rocks or rock weathering. Rock weathering is here. Molten rock below the earth's crust is known as magma. Magma is here. Igneous and sedimentary rocks undergo changes and form metamorphic rocks. Okay, answer is here. Right, children? Limestones undergo metamorphism and marble is formed. Granite undergoes metamorphism and gneiss is formed. Skeletons of animals get subjected to pressure and limestones formed. Breaking down of rocks on earth into pieces is known as rock weathering. Molten rock below the earth's crust is called magma. Igneous and sedimentary rocks undergo changes and form metamorphic rocks. Right, children? We'll move on to the next. What is weathering of rocks? Weathering of rocks means the breaking down of rocks and thereby formation of soil. The entire process comes under weathering of rocks. Okay, let's write the process of breaking down of rocks. Breaking down of rocks into pieces and formation of soil. Right, children? What is weathering of rocks? The process of breaking down of rocks into pieces and formation of soil. Okay? What are the 3 ways of rock weathering? There are 3 ways we learned that rock weathering can take place. So breaking down of rocks can take place due to 3 reasons. What are they? physical factors. This is known as mechanical weathering too. And due to chemical factors, which is known as chemical weathering. And finally, due to biological or living beings, biological factors. Okay, let's write. What are the three ways? Physical weathering, physical or mechanical weathering, mechanical weathering, then chemical weathering, basically takes place because of acid rains, chemical weathering. 3. Biological weathering. Right? So physical or mechanical weathering basically takes place because of heat, because of water, especially rainwater, and also because of wind. Okay? Chemical weathering basically takes place because of acid rains present in rain. Okay? Biological weathering takes place because of plant roots, because of animal walking, right? And because of lichens as well. Right, children? We'll move on to the next. Additional exercise 10. An incomplete chart related to the rock cycle is given below. Do you remember we studied this one, children? Now here, A, B, C, D places are there, right? Name A, B, C and D. So what is A? Because of cooling down of A, B is formed. What is this? This is magma, right? Magma cooling down, and due to cooling down of magma, what is formed? Igneous rocks. So B should be igneous rocks, right? Weathering and sedimentation, when igneous rocks, due to breakdown of igneous rocks and these pieces go somewhere else, and sedimentation means deposits as layers. And what type of rocks are formed here? Sedimentary rocks. Exposure to temperature and pressure. So sedimentary rocks during earthquakes, these pieces of sedimentary rocks go deep down the earth and they changes because of temperature and pressure. And what type of rocks are formed here in the metamorphic rocks? Then metamorphic rocks again subject into extreme temperatures and changes back to magma, right? We will write A, magma. B, igneous rocks. Igneous rocks. C, sedimentary rocks. Sedimentary rocks. And D, metamorphic rocks. Metamorphic rocks. Right? A, magma. B, igneous rocks. C, sedimentary rocks. And D, metamorphic rocks. Okay? What is the name given to the process in which rocks break down into pieces? Now here it's given weathering and sedimentation. What is the name given to rock breaking down into pieces? That is weathering of rocks, okay? Or rock weathering. Weathering. Weathering of rocks. Right? Weathering of rocks. Number 3. What are the 3 ways that the above process takes place? Now, we learned it even the previous activity as well. Weathering of rocks take place in 3 ways. Physical, biological and chemical weathering. Right? What are the 3 ways? Physical weathering or mechanical weathering. Or mechanical weathering. Number 2, chemical weathering. And number 3, biological weathering. Biological weathering. Right? What are the 3 ways that the above process takes place, which means the weathering of rocks takes place? Physical weathering, chemical weathering, biological weathering, right? Number 4. To which of the above ways that the breaking down of rocks due to lichens belong. So in lichens, you all know that algae and fungi present. Therefore, they are coming under biological weathering done by living beings. Okay, so this is biological weathering. Biological weathering. Right, children? We'll move on to the next. Right, exercise number 11. A grade 7 student observed light green and white patches on the surface of a large rock. Could be that, children. What could be these patches? Now, even earlier we learned, when we were learning about biological rock weathering, about lichens. Most of the time, lichens color will be green, light green and white color patches, right? But in some areas, based on the chemicals that they produce, based on the substances present on rocks, their color can be different too. But most of the time, you will see them in light green and white color, okay? The above patches cause weathering of rocks. What is the name given to these patches? Lichens. So even though they look like a patch, now we know that living beings are there. What are the organisms present in the above patches? What are the organisms? Fungi and algae, right? Fungi and algae. How does weathering of rocks take place due to the above patches? Due to the chemical substances, acidic chemicals released by these fungi and algae, what happens? This rock breaks down because the rock surface reacts with these acidic substances and they break down. Okay, we will write that. So when you think about it, a kind of chemical weathering also takes place, but these actually chemicals are released by these living beings. We consider it as biological weathering. Okay, the above organisms release acidic chemicals. Minerals present in rocks react with these acids and break down. So the above patches goes weathering of rocks. What is the name given to these patches? Name is lichens. Okay. What are the organisms present in the above patches? Fungi and algae. So how does weathering of rocks take place? So breaking down of rocks take place due to the above patches. The above organisms release, which means fungi and algae. These organisms release acidic chemicals. Minerals present in rocks react with these acids and break down. Okay, children? We'll move on to the next. So, right, exercise number 12. So, this is the last activity of this lesson. Okay, we'll go through this. Write one use of the following materials. So, we have to write down one use each. Okay, so number 1, kaolin. So, for which product we can use kaolin, children? Kaolin is used in ceramic industry, right? So, to produce ceramic goods, kaolin is used. We will write down in ceramic industry. Ceramic industry. Feldspar, number 2, feldspar. Feldspar is also used in ceramic industry and also in glass industry. So we wrote ceramic here, we will write in glass industry. Glass industry. Right. Graphite. Graphite is a very common material used to produce pencils, okay? To produce pencils. Right, ilmenite. Ilmenite is used in paint industry to get titanium. Okay, right. In paint industry. We have to write only one use, okay? Apatite. Apatite is a common material used to produce fertilizers, right? To produce fertilizers. Number 6, dolomite. Dolomite is also used to produce fertilizers and also to produce lime, okay? We will write the second one. To produce or to get lime. To produce lime. Right, children? Mica. Mica is used to produce electric and electronic equipment, okay? To produce electric and electronic equipment. Okay, children? Kaolin is used in ceramic industry. Feldspar in glass industry. Graphite to produce pencils. Ilmenite in paint industry. Apatite to produce fertilizers. Dolomite to produce lime. Mica to produce electric and electronic equipment. So we have completed the entire lesson now, children. So under the lesson, we learned many factors related to minerals and rocks. And now I think that you know the difference between minerals and rocks. We learned different types of rocks and how they are formed as well. And we learned different types of minerals as well. And then we learn about weathering of rocks and what are the ways that happens. And finally, we learn about the rock cycle. Right? Now we know that rocks and minerals are non-renewable energy sources. Therefore, the sustainable use of rocks and minerals is very important. We answered a lot of questions too. I hope you got your answers correct. So if you got certain part wrong, watch the lesson, that particular lesson part again and try to answer the same questions again so that you will understand this better.
To watch these important lessons, subscribe to DP Education's YouTube channel right now. Click on the bell icon to stay updated on the latest lessons. Sri Lanka's largest free online school, DP Education.